Good evening, gamers. A very happy St. Patrick's Day. Did I trip over the streaming cord trying to start the stream? LOL. Why? What's going on? What's happening? Something broken, Raven. Also, I need you to come pick me up at the village. I gotta get a ride home. All right, well, let's do the game duel. The server is up, so feel free to jump on in, get your stuff going, and I will answer the question as to what the heck this is. This is EverQuest? Got him. This is, let's see. Is this League of Legends or Dota or some other third thing? I don't know. Oh, why can't I see? There we go. Chat was not making an appropriate appearance. Oh, was I just chilling here? All right, I didn't have, so I see what you're saying. It jumped to the start. Wait, hold on. Classic boob, what the fuck? Did I fuck something up, guys? I need an explanation here. Yeah, EverQuest with the cover. Yeah, I got it. All right. She does. Yep. I would have bought the game if I had internet at the time. I'm gonna go with Dota 2 for now, and then we'll see. No, this is clearly like Paladins or something, or Hearthstone maybe. Not Herat. What the fuck is that? Hearthstone. No. Okay, wait a minute. Now we got this like Jetbird man. I'm going with Paladins again. I don't fucking know. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know what this is. What is strategy? It's a MOBA? Well, there's only like 3 MOBAs. Is it League of Legends? I don't know who's in what. Yeah. Whoa, what's the fuck? What's the other one called? This isn't Marvel Rivals. This isn't Star Wars Outlaws. This isn't it's not Overwatch. It's not Heroes of the Swarm. Unless it is. There are 3 popular MOBAs. There are many more. Smite. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's probably right. It's not Smite. Okay, then I have no idea. Isn't there like a Gods one? No, that's not it. God Eater, God Hand, God of War, Godzilla Unleashed, The Godfather. That's definitely not it. Yeah, I don't actually know MOBAs. I'll say Heroes of the Swarm because it's funny, but Battle Right, of course. That game that's still probably around, maybe, who knows. Oh, Smite is the Gods one. Oh, fuck me. Okay, Whip, Garlic, Laurel, Undead. There's a whip involved here, huh? Okay, all right. I'm down for it. Dracula. Castlevania. Oh, it's a roguelite. Is there a vampire roguelike? Oh, it's yeah, there is. It's called Vampire Survivors. It's like, wait a minute. It's literally got vampire in the name. Okay, so that's over. We got one more thing we got to look at. This is a St. Patrick's Day institution around here.
In time for St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
Some people in the Crichton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
Let's check it out.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community. Many of you bringing binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
Oh, camera
To me, it
phones.
look like a leprechaun to me. All you gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun say yeah?
Yeah.
Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun
cool
only
guy.
comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks
boy.
like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
My theory is it's casting a shadow from the other limb.
Could be a crackhead that got hold to the wrong stuff. And it told him to get up in a tree and play a leprechaun.
We're going to get down to the bottom of this. Yeah, it's still on there, guy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, man.
Don't
This
be
guy
afraid.
helping to direct traffic says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun. He's suited up from head to toe.
This wars off spells right here. This is a special leprechaun flute, which has been passed down from thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather who was Irish. And I just came to help out.
Others just came to get lucky in
man.
hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
I'm gonna run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know where the gold at. I want the gold. Give me the gold. I want the gold.
This is
want the
Brian
gold,
Johnson,
too.
NBC 15
Oh
News.
man.
People
That
will do
time-
anything for a pot of gold. I mean, anything.
You know what I like? I like the amateur sketch of the leprechaun.
That time an entire neighborhood trolled the news. All right, let's head to the game here. So we'll switch back to that, and then we'll go to the game by doing this and starting the game. So as mentioned in the title, this is the last, at least the last regular Vintage Story stream, but the server will be up. I'm leaving the server up after today because I will be out for the rest of the week because I have my big Stellaris 5-day marathon with Tasumaga and his friends or whoever he invited to the event. So I guess you can watch his streams if you want to see what's going on with that. I don't know how it's going to go down. All I know is I got to be online at 3 a.m. So my sleep schedule is going to be out of whack. And things are going to get weird. But I'm going to get to play a lot of Stellaris and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, shout out to Tasumaga. There you go. Yeah, go check out Tasumaga. He streams in German, so I guess, you watch him if you want, but, it might not be intelligible. Hex, I'm not going to be able to nap in the afternoon because I'm going to be playing Stellaris. It's a 14-hour game session every day for 5 days. We're going from 3 to whenever. I don't remember when the time is. Oh, it should be cold here. Hold on. That's 7 degrees. I do need to pick up though, so Raven, if you're listening, head out to the village and pick me up. Quit hitting tab. That's not going to help. We did. Oh God. I guess we can talk about. We did the thing. We went to the devastation and we fought the boss and we climbed the fucking tower. And it was awful and I hated it and everyone's mad. It's not hundreds of miles away. You just gotta go to the translocator and bring the ship up here. It's like a 10-minute trip. I had to jump off Saturday afternoon because it was time to play the other game. What is this black patch over here? Let's go check that out. Rilip says, I like a lot of games. I like very few of them enough to play for 14 hours in a setting and even fewer for multiple days in a row. Well, that's just because you're not a real gamer, Rilip. That is like my life right there. If that's all I had to do every day, I would be so happy. You guys know how I complain all the time? Well, this is weird. Am I in some kind of like void chunk here? What's going on? It's a glitch with the lighting. Okay, let's see if we can light it up. Maybe that'll fix it. It did not fix it. Weird. Well, whatever. Wouldn't be the first time that happened, I suppose. Hit tab again. I got sent to the Shadow Realm. Not really. I was able to leave. I think the whole point of the Shadow Realm is you can't leave. They just don't want to say you got killed in a children's cartoon. Anyway, yeah, if like I watch people who stream and that's their job and then they complain about it, they're like, boy, I can't wait till I'm gonna take a week off and go on a vacation, and I'm over here like, what? Are these escaped chickens? Hold on. Nah, these are not escaped chickens. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons because I've been playing the wrong game again. There's the music again. Oh, it's Sedna playing it. Okay, well, yeah, we went to go see Saint the Bible. Anyway, all right. So, for those of you who are considering doing, oh fuck, is it late already? Oh yeah, it's gonna get dark soon. If you're considering going to the Devastation, here are my recommendations to you. Bring a temporal gear to set your respawn point. Bring lots of healing. Bring a glider. Yep, Hex says make a glider. Bring a glider. And do not go in the winter. Okay, now you know what you need to do and what we did not do. They wanted a place that forces the glider. Yeah, I guess maybe that's what it is. Rilip, of course, he showed up late, so he didn't get to go. He just got to listen to us complaining the whole time about how awful it was. It wouldn't have been so bad. We foolishly decided not to bring temporal gears because we had built the Terminus teleporter. And we figured, oh, well, we're not going to die that much. I didn't die once. I was fortunate. But we had multiple deaths, mostly from falling. In fact, I think they were all from falling in one way or another. And how many times? I fell once without taking damage. I think every other time I fell, I took damage and almost died. So yeah, bring a glider, bring a temporal gear, don't go in the winter, and don't be afraid to look up a guide for where you're supposed to go for the parkour, because there was a good 45 minutes where I was sitting in one spot wondering what the hell the game wanted me to do. I was completely stumped. I had no clue. Is there a guide? Yes, there is a guide. I looked it up because I was like, there's no way in hell people are doing this. Like, I mean, we did eventually kind of figure it out. We had Raven, who I think had previous knowledge of it, who got us through some of the parts. In fact, I think he got us through all the parts that I'm talking about. So figuring out the parkour is the only good part. No. The good part is being done with it. I mean, there is a little bit. Again, it wouldn't have been so bad if we hadn't gone in the winter and we weren't freezing to death the whole time, despite the fact that I was geared up in my winter gear. Also, is anyone on their way to pick me up? Because if I gotta swim, I guess I'd like to know now. Nope. Okay. All right. I guess I'm gonna swim then. Thanks a lot, guys. You stranded me here. Whatever, at least I got food. I'm not gonna make a raft. I'm just gonna swim. It's not that, I mean, it's a little bit far, but it's not that far. Maybe I can hop these islands and do a little bit of exploration. Rilip, you just need to go to C11. You know where C11 is. Raven parked the boat there, and you can just bring the boat. Oh yeah, Rilip hasn't seen the secret tunnel. Good point. Yeah, well, obviously Rilip should see the secret tunnel. He's on his way. All right, good deal. Raven parked it back where we left from. I'm aware where you parked it. I'm just saying I'm still at the village because you dropped me off on Saturday, and I was hoping someone could come pick me up. In fact, weren't we gonna build in the secret tunnel? There were some rumblings about that. Somebody wanted to build in the secret tunnel. That could be really fun. That could be a fun challenge and like a fun build. Unfortunately, we don't have any good builders on the server, so I guess it's not gonna happen. I don't need food. No, I'm fine. I got plenty of food. I'm just gonna stand here at the southwestern tip of the island and wait for you to come get me. So I guess while I'm standing here, and hopefully there's no, okay, you know what? It's medium. Never mind. I'm gonna go back to the trader and camp out. and then I'll show you the map, because there's gonna be drifters out here soon. I just know it. Secret tunnel. The secret tunnel did show up on. We went there on stream, right? I think we did. We must have. All right, so let's take a look at the map. So this star marks. Oh, that is a little bit farther of a trip than I remember. Okay, so this is C11. This is where the ship is parked, approximately somewhere around here. So this is the secret tunnel. I'll mark it so we know where it is. We'll make it purple because that's the most secret of the colors. And then from there, we sailed here up past this island, and this is the village, right? On Saturday, we came to the village, and then we set sail north. We went this way. The map's got to catch up. We went into here. We found out this is a dead end, so we turned around and came this way. Went this way, realized this was a dead end, so we turned back around. I sailed the ship while Raven and Hex went overland. We sailed up this way, picked up Raven and Hex, kept going north. We had to turn around here, went up through here, and then it was a straight shot up to, we parked here, and then this is the devastation. So we trekked overland all the way to the center. We were there for like 2 hours plus, and then we came back. I think only me and Raven were still left. Everybody else had died, and Hex we couldn't recover his stuff because it just disappeared. Or he fell someplace where we couldn't get to without dying. Anyway, so we hopped back in the boat. Raven sailed south. We went this way. We stopped. We went this way. Yada yada yada. We stopped at Tobias's cave, which is here, and then we sailed back down to the village. I got dropped off. Raven continued on. I switched over to Abiotic Factor, and now this is where we are today. So you're all caught up. Congratulations, you did it. What did Tobias have to say? He said, "Congratulations for making it this far. You'll have to wait for the next update for more lore information," or something to that effect. I didn't really read the whole message. There was a lot of stuff going on. I feel like it was basically what I just said, which is wait for the next update. Which I guess we will, because we've done all the story stuff so far. I got this book from the past. I don't think I was supposed to be able to bring this, but I did anyway. So now we have a book from the past. All right, Rilip is approaching C10. All right, so once you go through C10, you're gonna climb up the ladder. You're gonna find the boat, which is located somewhere to the northwest of where the translocator is. You should be able to see it's got a light on it. And then you need to sail. Oh boy. You'll need to sail east and then north. And I'm at 25,000 negative 5,000 approximately, which is about where the village is located. So if you can just make it there, you can make it anywhere. Anyway, so I hope everybody else had a great weekend. If you joined us for Abiotic Factor, it was super fun. We had a great time. We still have more slots open if anybody else wants to jump in. Not this weekend, of course, because I'm still RSing, but the weekend after this upcoming weekend, we'll be back on the grind. It'll be great. What else happened? I didn't watch any new movies. I don't think, anyway. I think we're getting towards the end of regular show season 8. We just discovered a giant revelation about a beloved regular character. Regular in the sense that they're on the show a lot, not regular in the sense that they're normal or average or whatever. I had to play Minecraft with my nephew over the weekend. And so first he wanted to play regular Minecraft, and I'm like, okay, fine, we'll play regular Minecraft, whatever. I'm done, you know, arguing with him every week. We started playing, and then he died, and he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do a PvP battle. And I was like, okay, if you insist. So he put us in a flat world in creative. All right, well, Rilip doesn't look at the fucking map, so what difference does it make? Here's where he is. Here's where I am. He can go east until he hits until you hit 25,000, or 24,000 negative 2,200, and then sail north from there. He has to use the tunnel. Okay, the tunnel's located at 22,600 negative 3,100. So head north. He's not gonna see it, it's dark. But whatever, if he wants to take the tunnel, I guess so be it. Anyway, so my nephew says, I want to do a PvP battle. I bet I can beat you. Which, he's 10. Obviously, he's not going to beat me at anything. Because unlike you guys suggest, I'm not going to go easy on him. Because that's stupid. So he sets up a flat world. He says, okay, we're going to go in creative mode. Make whatever you want, and then we'll fight. So I get a full set of enchanted netherite. I get like an enchanted weapon. I get a bow. I get a bunch of potions. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And he's like, wait, I'm still getting everything up. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll sit here. And he's like, okay, go. And then I kill him in like 2 hits. And he's like, no, wait, I messed up. Let me try again. And I'm like, okay. And we did it again and again and again and again. And then he's like, wait a minute, I'm gonna set up. Okay, this guy, you need to shut the fuck up. I'm gonna go to the village. It's like pitch black out here. He just keeps talking. He's interrupting my conversation. Anyway, so he said, okay, give me some time. I'm gonna make an impenetrable fortress, and then I'm gonna beat you. And he's like, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So he makes his impenetrable fortress, and then I beat him again. And he's like, wait, let me fix it. And this, you know, this happens multiple times. I beat him every time. And then he says, okay, you can't use Elytra, because he couldn't figure out how to use Elytra. So I'm like, okay, I won't use Elytra. And then I still beat him. I wasn't even using Elytra like for the entire first part of the game because I forgot it existed. Rilip sees an island with a mountain to the east and an island to the west. Okay, if you see snow-capped mountains, you'll see, yeah, there's like a small mountain on the west side and a big mountain on the east side. You want to go between those, and that's where the tunnel is located. Yeah, now I'm getting attacked by fucking whatchamacalls. Let me get to the gate here. Dude, I can't believe they won't let you make palisades. Like, that's the most simplest, easiest. I mean, besides, I guess, a rammed earth wall or whatever. You could make that, I suppose. But anyway, that's a pretty easy form of defensive structure. And you got a bow in here. Nice. With quiver. What the heck? You can make quivers? Hold on. Is that a thing? No, you can't make quivers. What the hell is this? What? The small log. Nah, it's not the same though. Oh, they got like loopholes in here. What the heck? This is awesome. I wonder if they work. Maybe. Anyway, so I destroy him for like an hour and a half, and this was his idea. Never once is he like, let's do something more fun. I guess he, at one point he spent like 30 minutes trying to build his impenetrable fortress, and I just started playing a different game while I was waiting. Yeah, I guess that's about it. There's glass. Oh, look at that. There's glass. Wait a minute. What is this material? It says aged wooden planks, but clearly this is not wooden planks. This is like a little tiny window. Chiseled glass? How do you make this? Man, we're really out here living like savages, huh? Oh, you can go all the way up. This is cool. You can see the trader. Man, yeah, what are we doing? We're clearly in the wrong here. I need you guys to start building like this. I mentioned that. That's what Raven had said. Got murder holes? Raven had said once I see this, I'm gonna raise the standards, and he was totally right. We'll do it around the year 219. Okay, fine. Okay, so that was Saturday's gaming session. On Sunday, he said, let's play Pokemon Showdown. I'm like, all right, let's play Pokemon Showdown. And he insists on picking the most unbalanced formats where I can just absolutely win. He wants to play Gen 7 pure Hackmons, which, if you're familiar with Pokemon Showdown, is a metagame where any Pokemon can have max stats, use any move, and have any ability. And he thinks he's gonna win. Like, what? I don't understand it. He'll see me use a strategy and then he'll just copy that strategy. But he doesn't understand, like, that I've already got a counter to that strategy. And he's like, what is that? How did that happen? It's read the ability. Look, that's what it says it does. Like, how did you beat me? I had Wonder Guard. I'm like, well, I have Mold Breaker. It ignores your ability. How did you do that? Oh, I have no guard, so all my attacks automatically hit. All right, you're north of the Big Island. Yeah, go straight east through the archipelago. Yeah, go east. And then once you get through the archipelago, head north again until you get around the tip of the peninsula, and then you can head northeast and you'll get straight to the village. Hex says, it's like Star has never seen a kid before. I mean, I guess not really. Like, not one that I've, other than myself and people that I knew when I was that age. But you think at some point he'd want to do something he's good at, right? Or is that just wishful thinking? Last Day. Oh, that's a cool painting. He's good at Minecraft compared to his friends. I actually asked him. He says he doesn't have any friends because they just moved there. Like, I don't know. I guess at the last summer, maybe. I don't know how long they've been living there. I mean, when did they drive through town? That's when they were moving. So, you know, it's even worse because, you know, now I gotta be his only friend, which is just like kind of pathetic. Okay, it was in the fall apparently. Like, when I was his age, I had a ton of friends. It was great. And then I moved, and then I still had friends. Like, I made friends every time I moved. I didn't have a problem with it. Because when you're a kid in the 90s, I guess it's just easier to make friends or whatever. Man, look at this sweet glass. Oh man, that's so cool. And probably also like really painstaking to make all this. This is probably awful. Oh boy, and then they got these like little pins in here to make it look fancy. Oh, that's sickening is what it is. We'll just wait for Rilip, I guess. He'll be here soon, I'm sure. So yeah, if anybody has any tips for how to convince him to play better games, I guess let me know. Then he keeps telling me he wants to play something called Clash Royale. Or what what was the other thing? He asked if there was a game on the computer that was free. And he just like wanted me to invent a game that it doesn't exist. Which I did too when I was a kid, but I was like 6. And I wanted a Sonic game that didn't exist for Easter. Which as a kid, yeah, I got Easter presents. I never got the game because it didn't exist, of course. Rilip says my kids are into it, just MOBA click trash. Yeah, no, not And he's like, I want to battle you in Clash Royale. And I'm like, I'm not going to play another one of those stupid online only games that I have to log into every day and do quests, and it's pay to win. He's like, what's pay to win? And I'm like, it's when I can just put my credit card information in and beat you every time. He wants a 2-player co-op game. And he's like, oh, can we play Pokemon cards but we're on the same team, or Pokemon but we're on the same team? And no, obviously not. That's not a thing that exists. He wanted to play Magic but we're on the same team, which theoretically we could do Two-Headed Giant on Magic the Gathering Online, but that's such a painful process to get installed on his laptop. I'm not going to do it. The Pal World crossplay update is coming, and then we're going to play Pal World. He has it on his Xbox, so once that's available, I guess we'll play some Pal World. What do you mean no way his parents would go for that? Which one, Magic the Gathering Online or Pal World? Yeah, he's got Pal World on his Xbox. He's not allowed to play Fortnite, but he gets to play Pal World. You know what he told me yesterday? He said Pal World is just, they copied Pokemon but have guns. He specifically said they copyrighted Pokemon, but they gave them guns. It's like, I mean, kind of, but not really. Like, the gameplay is nothing like Pokemon. They just have, they kind of look like Pokemon and you catch them. But the gameplay is, I haven't played Arceus, but it's, I assume that's not a survival crafting game. He needs to be introduced to the concept of parity. I guess, yeah, maybe. I mean, that's, his parents should be teaching him things. Now, I shouldn't have to do all this. I shouldn't have to explain this to him. I specifically didn't have kids because I didn't want to do any of this effort. Rilip is shocked they'll let him play that. They probably saw that it had like cute Pokemon in it and were like, oh yeah, you can have this. I got stuff past my parents when I was his age. They wouldn't let me play Grand Theft Auto, but I could play like Red Faction. That was fine. You know, you're like blasting people with rocket launchers, but heaven forbid you steal a car. All right, where's Rilip? He should be pretty close by now, unless he got blown off course, but that's not a thing that happens in this game. No, I don't have good things to say about his parents, it's true. I mean, listen, my sister had him when she was 16. They were both very stupid. But you know, I don't know. I guess I don't really like think that's a good idea, but he's at 23.6k, -2. Okay, so he's still pretty far down there. And my brother-in-law joined the army, so clearly he can't be that bright. Like, I would know. So I don't know. Rilip, when did you have your kids? Maybe that's a good basis here. Oh, all the crops died because it got too cold. I wonder if they if they come back in the spring or if they're just dead now. Rilip has to do math? What do you mean you have to do math? You don't know your kids' birthdays? It's fucked up, man. He's gonna start listing off like, well, the first one I was 15, and then we had the second one when I was 16. Then when I was 18, we had the third one. And then we had the twins when I was 19. All right, you were 22. So that's a huge difference between, I mean, you weren't a teenager. Presumably you were like getting out of, you were out of college, or you were finishing up college, or whatever you do. I don't know. It's a whole different world at that point. Rilip can confirm at 22 he was not a teenager. I'm not sure that's true now. We have no way of verifying that. I can confirm he's not a teenager because he said he couldn't sit and play games for 14 hours a day. I did know teenage pregnancies drop sharply after 20. I heard it actually it's 19 now. The stats have been adjusted that after 19 it drops off a cliff. There's like 0 teenage pregnancies after 19. It's nuts. They really should do a study on why that is. Maybe something with like fluoridation in the water or whatever. Anyway, the point is, no, I think it was a bad idea to have a kid, and now they're gonna be like trying to play catch up their whole lives or something like that. See, I'm smart enough to know I would not be a good parent, so I did not have kids. And Emmy hates kids, so, you know, that's perfect for me. X says it would be a bad idea for me to have kids because of how I am with kids. I definitely prefer to hear that than like, oh, but you'd make a great dad. Your partner hated kids but likes our kids. Yeah, I think it's something like fucks up your brain when you have kids and now it's like Stockholm syndrome or something. And the people who don't have that thing fuck up in their brain, they get that thing where you like want to murder your kids. They made a movie about this. There was like a lady, it's based on a true story, true. She didn't want to have kids, but then her husband was like, no, we have to have kids. And then she had the kids, and then she was like so depressed about it, she like killed them. I know Stockholm syndrome isn't a real thing. I'm using it as an example. You're being held hostage by your kids is what I'm saying. And you can't be like, oh, I actually hate my kids and I wish I never had them, because now you sound like an asshole. So you gotta downplay it like, oh, well, you know, I never liked kids, but, you know, then I had my kids and now I love kids, at least my kids. So it's just, I can't imagine fucking up my brain chemistry so much that now I think having kids is a good idea. Oh yeah, Emmy's got a great point. Like, first they had the kid that obviously was not planned at all and was stupid, and then they're like, let's do it again. Rilip should be on the map. All right, I'm heading south. That's the real kicker right there. It's like, hey, I put my hand on the hot stove once and it burned, but now I want to do it again because, you know, why the hell not? Just want to feel the rush of pain. Makes me feel alive. I don't think anybody ever shows up on my map, Rilip, so you probably are not on the map, but I'll head over here and see if I can spot you. You know what the worst part is, Hex? They actually are doing even worse with my niece. And me and Emmy were talking about it. Well, mostly she was complaining about it. I don't really have much to say. Emmy can tell. I don't know if it's like a woman's intuition or because she dealt with a lot of like screaming toddlers when she worked at Target, that my niece is like being, what is that, the Pavlovianly conditioned or whatever. There's a word for it. I took a class, I forgot it already. Anyway, they're basically like rewarding her bad behavior by, you know, doing whatever she wants, which is like gonna fuck her up later down the line, I guess. Okay, well, I don't see you, Rilip. Where are you? Classic parenting, yeah. Yep, she's already a brat. One day I was playing with my nephew, and I guess she was watching TV in the same room, and he turned it down one press of the volume button, and she started screaming. And, you know, I could hear her through the speakers. Emmy could hear her through the speakers, or through the, I guess we were FaceTiming, so man, that makes a little more sense. And like nobody came in and said, hey, you don't do that. Don't scream because the volume got changed 1 decibel. But nobody did. It was just whatever. Like, it's a free-for-all, I guess. The screaming part is completely normal for kids. Is it really? That's normal? What age does that stop? That you eventually... I mean, I guess for some people it never stops, but... I at least don't scream. I just complain about things, but I think I'm old enough that I'm allowed to complain about things. Hey, it's Rilip! Rilip, over here! About when you start teaching them not to, plus 1 year. Okay, well. Rilip says mine quit around 5. Okay, all right. Well, I guess we'll see in like -1 years. I don't know how old she is actually. I don't keep track of that stuff. Rilip, go north. I'm right here. He can't see me. Look at him. I'm like jumping around there. Okay, he spotted me. No wonder there's always those stories about people who are like they're on like a life raft and waiting for someone to come pick them up, and then they like jump around and nobody sees them. All right, take us home, Rilip. Yeah, I don't think my sister or my brother-in-law have any interest in teaching her not to scream every time something minorly inconveniences her, so we're just gonna have to live with that. I mean, I'm not gonna have to. They are. Rilip saw no tunnel. Okay, I'll give better directions. So once we get past the tip of the peninsula up here, turn south, and I will take you through the secret tunnel. No problem. It's daytime now, so it'll actually work. Anyway, my point is, me and Emmy don't have kids, and we're so much happier for it, I would say. Because I get to play all the video games I want. She gets to, like, not have to deal with children. And, yeah, everything works out. The only person that's not happy with the arrangement is my mother-in-law, who I guess has been nagging for a grandkid for years at this point. I guess that's like a normal thing that you do when you have kids. You're like, no, you have to have kids. I didn't go through all this work so you could not have kids. She's got a son. Yeah, well, that's not happening anytime soon. So, yeah. I think she's rightfully given up. So she's just gonna have to deal with it. Hex says you're not indebted to your parents. You don't owe them grandkids. I am aware of this. I'm just saying, typically people who have parents, I'm not going to use the parent slur that the child-free people use here. But I will say people who choose to have children often expect their children to also have children for some reason. I don't know. Again, maybe it's a brain chemistry is now all fucked up kind of thing. It's like, no, I had kids and now I need to have grandkids and so on and so forth in perpetuity, instead of just, I don't know, enjoying your life, accepting, you know, what you have. Emmy says when they came to visit, both of them wanted to play on this glider swing. Oh, okay, this is about my sister and her kids. And instead of making the girl share, my sister told my nephew she wants to play on this and let her play on it the entire time. Wow. It would help if the pointer on the map updated. There's a pointer on the map. Anyway. So yeah, keep heading south. And you're gonna want to turn west when we get to that archipelago area that you were talking about earlier. I'll keep an eye on the map so I know where we are. Next, I'm gonna assume you don't have any kids. We don't really know too much about you. You're sort of an enigma. You don't even get on the comms on the Discord when we game together. But you seem like a pretty smart dude. I don't know, maybe it's just because you're Canadian and you're not irradiated by stupidity like we are down here. It really does feel like it's contagious sometimes. Sometimes I wonder if I'm actually secretly stupid, and you know, then I have to think about it for a little bit. I don't know. The American stupidity is it reaches far and wide, he says. All right. Yeah. Didn't you guys have your own little brand of nonsense up there? What a nightmare it must be to, I don't know, where can we go? Like, is there a place where people who just want to live their lives and be around other smart people can go to live? Does that place exist? I guess eventually it would be overrun by stupidity as well. Find a volcanic micro island and claim it. Every island has been claimed already. I don't think that's an option, unfortunately. Even those guys who tried to claim an abandoned oil platform or whatever, research station or something, they get kicked off. Anywhere you go where you're like, I'm gonna stake my claim here, someone's gonna be like, nope, can't do that. We own that. So I don't know. I mean, I guess you could like hide out in the like the Yukon territory or something. Just, you know, it's uninhabitable for 6 months out of the year, but I guess that's an option. Hex is suggesting to make billions. I feel like if I was at a point where I was making billions, I would lose sight of my goal. That's kind of the problem. You think Elon is hard up for Mars because he wants to be around smart people like Bioshock? Or Bioshock. No, that's correct. He wants to do a little, what do they call the city in Atlas Shrugged? He wants to do one of those. I say fucking let him. Yeah, let him go. Do whatever. Get him out of here. Him and all his supporters can move to Mars. I don't care. They can have it. It's an uninhabitable desert world. They're not going to be in a position of strength at that point. If he wants the dirt, he can have it. Wouldn't mind Venus, though. I'm a big proponent of Venus colonization. I know everybody's going to be like, Star, didn't you know that if you even, like, stepped 1 foot onto Venus, you would melt instantly? Rilip lost? Yeah, there's going to be some chunks on the ocean that can have low stability. I think it's just random. Star, didn't you know that the atmosphere is poisonous and you would die instantly? Like, yes, I'm well aware. I'm saying if we can survive on Mars, we can also build habitats that can survive floating in the beautiful, mild atmosphere of the upper Venusian atmosphere, all right? You make a little Zeppelin, you strap some habitats to it, you live up there, the pressure's the same as Earth, the gravity's the same as Earth, you wear a gas mask and some goggles, and you can breathe an air mixed like on Earth. It's great. Plus the sun is stronger, and I bet the sunsets are incredible on Venus. You guys are missing out. All you Mars lovers are missing out. Come to Venus. We got the best lobster. All right. Okay, so secret tunnel. You're gonna want to turn west right up here, Rilip, and we're gonna have to go west through the archipelago, straight across. Obviously, you're gonna have to go around the islands and avoid the ice, but once we get through here, then I'll give you some more directions. Wow, this really is a lot farther than I thought it was gonna be. Guess it makes sense why I got up at the village. I wish Mighty Stoosh was here. I'd love to get another parent's opinion on like what the hell you're supposed to do with kids. Because like what? Obviously you shouldn't look at everything in life as transactional, because it's not necessarily how it works. But what benefit? Hex wants me to read an excerpt from a parenting book. I'm starting to think these things are like outdated actually, but sure, we can take a look here. Go towards the back. This is about going to the hospital. If your child goes to the hospital, by Mary E. Mercer, MD, Assistant Professor of Pediatrics in Psychiatry, New York Hospital, Cornell Medical Center, New York, New York. Every day, anywhere parents bring their sick children to hospitals in order that they may get well. Then the hour comes when the parents must go home. It is hard for everyone. The parents are worried and worn out. Only their conviction that hospitalization is necessary to get their child back to health makes it possible for them to leave with promises to return as soon as possible. We all know that the most stable adult is not as mature or as sure of himself when he's lying sick in bed as when he's standing on his own 2 feet, feeling fine. The same thing is true of a child. His very illness makes him more dependent on his parents' help, presence, and encouragement than when he is well enough to go about his own affairs. Kids are having affairs back in the 50s, I guess. Yet the hard fact that the parents must face and accept is that this seeming abandonment and temporary pain is the unavoidable price to be paid for health when hospitalization is needed. So there you go. Don't feel bad about leaving your kid at the hospital. It's just a natural part of life. Yeah, there you go. That's an excerpt. Say that's good. All right. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, head up northwest around the tip of this mountain here, Rilip. That cool little stream coming down. That's neat. Oh, right. Okay, I was gonna ask, like, what benefit do you... Oh, fuck me. I wasn't talking about jalapeno at all. All right, I gotta spin the wheel, I guess. So here we go. I can't switch out the screen, so you'll just have to live with the tiny screen. So we'll spin the wheel here. You'll hear my voice screaming in pain. What do we get? I don't even want to look. Oh, it's habanero. Oh, there we go. I love me a habanero. Let's rock. So orange is really easy to find, so not a big deal. Pre-lubricate my mouth. That's good. Oh, okay. Never mind. Not good anymore. Ooh. I like habanero in salsa, really. I don't think I just eat one. Oh god. No, it just like kicked me in the face. Wow. Okay, there's the secret tunnel. You're gonna want to take the one that's going south, not the one that's going west. Ugh. Yeah. Oh man. That was a lot spicier than I was expecting. Whew. Okay. So, I guess I'm gonna be dealing with that for a bit. X has gotta crush a few beans and tomatoes and get some chips. Get some chips, he says. When you say chips, do you mean like crisps or fries? Okay, you're gonna want to head south here, Rilip. You got the right idea. Right through this secret tunnel. It goes through the mountain. Watch out for the stalagmites. The general category of chips. I'm not British. No one calls fries chips. He's gonna hit the... He's gonna hit it. Oh no, he got around it. Nice. What about people from British Columbia? Do they call fries chips? I actually asked, I think I asked Urban once, like, are chips just French fries? And it turns out they're not exactly the same. They're like thicker. They're more like potato wedges, kind of. They're like a thick cut fry. I think we would call it. Ugh, it's hard to talk. My mouth feels like it's on fire. I've gotten better though. I don't think I'm ever gonna get like fully acclimated to the spice. Urban, there we go. Urban's here to verify. Hey Urban, how's it going? Speak of the devil, huh? Ugh. Did you see the bean? X made me eat a stupid bean. Why did I do that? Why did I drink the water? Wait, no. Maybe it fixed it. Maybe I'm good. Either that or just washed it all down my throat. Alright, yeah, it's like basically we're almost there. If you have it marked on your map, you should be able to get us there. The beans don't go bad until October, Hex. We got a while yet. But that one was pretty fresh. That was definitely not a stale bean. That must have been from one of the packs I opened like a week or two ago. It's already November 3rd. In the game it is. Whew. Oh, speaking of the spicy beans, did anybody see the new Stationeers news update that went out? I was checking my Discord earlier today and I saw there was a news update for Stationeers, and big update, big patch went through. I don't think the new maps, I haven't looked at the game yet. I just read the news where they were talking about the new maps. Stationeers has always had beans, Rilip, but in this case, it was more of a segue to talk about the update. They've always had soybeans, you may recall. Or at least they've had soybeans since I started playing more heavily. Why did we stop? Oh, he's typing. New maps coming out in May, June. Yeah, that must be it then. They said they were working on it. They're going to be 8K by 8K for whatever that's worth. And they're going to be like hand crafted, so they'll be a little more interesting, I guess. It'll look more realistic instead of the like wild procedural generation that we've had since the game debuted. That's definitely been something that's hit or miss with me. Like sometimes you get like a cool terrain and other times it's just, wow, a crater, a small hill, crater, small hill, crevice, kind of the start of the cave. And Vulcan, of course, as much as I love Vulcan, the terrain was just a nightmare. Like nothing ever generated properly. There were like floating pieces of rock everywhere. All right, take us over to the harbor, Rilip. I'll drive us there if you don't want to. I can't look. I can't see anything. I don't know why anybody would sit up here. At least you can see under the sail from right here. So yeah, new Stationeers update coming. I'm pretty hyped about that. We were talking about how that's my sci-fi, not quite as polished as Vintage Story, but still really fun. It hits the same buttons. Right, here we are, this little loop right here. Perfect. You'll love to see it. And we are now parked. We're safely tucked inside this little area here, and we can head back up. Anyway, so that's the secret tunnel. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. There are plans to build a hanging city in the secret tunnel. I don't know who's going to actually do it. Probably not me. I don't know what my plans are. I guess I'm going to keep working on the animals. See how that goes. All right, through the tunnel. As far as other new games coming out, oh, I played Repo yesterday. Anybody seen this new Repo game? It's sort of like a, I don't want to say better Lethal Company, because it's definitely got the Lethal Company like nonsense to it. Got that Lethal Company stank, but it definitely feels more like a game you can enjoy playing with other people as opposed to Lethal Company, which I don't know, feels like a student project almost. It just is not that fun to when you're actually playing. I guess honestly, I didn't really have that much fun with Repo either, but my friends seem to be enjoying it, and I'm always down to, you know, yum people's yums. I'm willing to play games that I don't like if they are willing to play games they don't like. That's the rule, right? Have I seen Headliners? Which one is that? I have not seen it, obviously, because I didn't know what it was. Is this another Lethal Company thing? Is it like, oh, we gotta go to the place and find the thing and try not to get eaten by the weird wacky monster. You're photographers in a monster invasion. There's Godzilla and you're a journalist. Wait, that actually sounds awesome. Is Godzilla played by a player or is it like a PvE type thing? I should look this up. Look it up when I get home. Once I'm safely tucked back in my bed. PvE, okay. So just kaiju stomping around a city and you gotta get pictures of it or whatever. That does sound fun. There's more, yeah. Just, you know, kaiju and stuff. You gotta survive. Do we not take pictures of it? Or we just survive? Oh, which most likely won't happen, sure. Listen, I saw Godzilla 98. Matthew Broderick survived, and it has it has Phasmophobia vibes? Does it have Phasmophobia vibes? Question mark. I don't know, I haven't played the game. But I'm sure Rilip will let us know soon. Like I said, I'm always down to try new games if they are cheap enough and people are willing to actually play them and they're not just gonna tell me to get something and then decide they don't want to play it anymore. Alright, so it sounds more like Dead by Daylight than anything. Phasmo if every hunt was 3 demons. Oh no. I don't know, it just... what? Is there a Shiver, like, running around? Oh no, there's a Botorn inside the grass farm. Guys, is Raven not here today? I saw him talking earlier. Where'd he go? Raven, if you're here, make your... Okay, he's here. You've been very quiet, so I wasn't sure if you were actually here. We got a lot of junk we gotta get rid of. But that's a problem for future me. We have some good stuff to drop off. I got a translocator thingy. I got some flax seeds. You're removing the oh, okay, you're like clearing out the farm. Good deal, yeah. Making it happen. Love to see it. Now would be the time, right? Wait, flax. Flax goes over here now. Okay, things got shuffled around a bit. Hello, wolves in the wolf pit. Oh, what is going on here? Interesting. He's trying to build a roof. What is he? What are you trying to cover? The whole highway, the whole road system? Firewood. Just down the middle. Oh, all right, I guess if that's what you want to do. Oh, Penguin was... I wasn't here for it, but Penguin was tearing up some bony soil. Hope she found some good stuff. All right, I got a bunch of sulfur poultices I don't need. We'll just chuck them back in there. We have a lens. I think Raven brought the other lens back here. And I had some rusty gears that I took to buy stuff, but nope. Oh, here's a bunch of stuff. Pangolin must have got all that. Got a bowl. I can put the bowls back down. Rilip says I should come to a final house tour in the morning. Oh, of your house? Sure, why not? We'll see how awful it is. He made some quote-unquote improvements over the weekend that are quite baffling, in my opinion. Oh, we emptied this thing out, huh? And we're all out of arrows. Gonna use these short arrow feather stems as my thing of choice, and got some slings. Okay, let's check on the steel. I'm sure nobody's been keeping that going. Oh, no, it's done. Never mind. Hold up. Somebody was keeping up with it. It looks like we took a little bit of damage here, huh? Got some repairs to make to the building. No problem. It did it again. So, Rilla, were you asking me this weekend? I can't remember. It was either you or it was somebody else. You were asking if I had watched any videos about an anime recently. Was that you? Anyway, if it was you, then I have an answer for you now. And if it wasn't you, then I still have an answer. Okay, well, whatever. So I watched the first 3 episodes of Dr. Stone, which I had heard was pretty good. And it was until a guy beat a lion in single combat. And I guess that part, you know, it's a shonen series, so I guess you gotta suspend your disbelief. You know my taste in anime? Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, I watched the first 3 episodes because that's all that Crunchyroll would give me before they asked for money. And it was good, but I realized I didn't want to sit through, you know, however many seasons of nonsense to figure out what the hell's going on. So I just watched a recap of every season. There's 4 seasons. And things get pretty wild, actually. But I feel like I got the gist of it. It's pretty cool. Interesting premise. Me personally, I would have done something a little bit different, but they didn't ask me, so whatever. Well, if they want me to make a manga that they can turn into an anime, I got some great ideas. They do not, none of my ideas involve high schoolers at all, at least not like as the primary characters. There's no tentacles, there's none of that stuff. I know that's what everyone's gonna jump to. They're gonna be like, oh, Star, you just want to make a hentai. Like, no. I have some legitimately like weird and creepy weeb ideas for an anime or a manga series, or I guess just a piece of fiction in general. All right, let's close that off, start it back up. Hex says anime's over after One Punch Man. Nothing can top that. I think I would agree, at least in the case of shonen anime being over. Because really, where do you go from there? Like, One Punch Man can punch any one man and win. So what do? You can't top that. Nobody can. Well, this is interesting. I'm curious to see how this ends up looking. It's like a little, what's that place in Vegas that you can, it's like something street, or somebody's been there, they can tell me. Anyway, some kind of street that has like a covering over it. Rilip says he's kind of apathetic about One Punch Man season 3 coming out. Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't season 2 kind of suck? Granted, I haven't seen any of it, but that's what I had heard. And I tend to believe people when they say something sucks, assuming they're not saying it sucks because it has a woman in it or whatever. Here, pigs. Ooh-wee, it's in production. All right, let's see what we got here. We got some scraped hide. We don't need leather right now, so it's can stay where it is. Oh, and Urban wants to know what Emmy thought of Anora. Emmy said that I would like the first like however many minutes of it. I didn't watch it, of course. But it's about a prostitute or a stripper or whatever, so you know, I'm always down for that. Like Showgirls? It's exactly like Showgirls. There we go. You know, it is exactly like Showgirls, actually. Phantom of the Opera, or at least the movie, is exactly like Showgirls. Has the same plot and everything. I took care of it for you, don't worry, guys. And it phased through the wall somehow. Very cool. I guess the light doesn't cover enough area to prevent it from spotting in there. Oh, see? Emmy's comparing it to Showgirls. Showgirls meets Born into Mafia, a movie that literally no one has ever seen except for Emmy, maybe. I don't even know if she's seen it or if she's just watched a review of it. What's Rilip doing over here? He's just standing menacingly. Well, wouldn't be the first time. Hey, Captain Sandwich is here. Hello, Captain Sandwich. Welcome to the last Vintage Story stream. Maybe. We don't know. It's the last one of this week. Maybe the last one forever. We might pop in next week. But I think it's time to bring out a new game. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. If you've got a suggestion, put them in the pot. Put your suggestions in the pot. Well, I don't know why I'm calling it a pot. What do you call it? Like a suggestion box? Put your suggestions in the box. All right, check out the back. I mean, this part is kind of uncanny. I don't know how I feel about it. Let's check out the back here. So Rilip's got... Yeah, I don't know about this part right here. This is certainly something. You have a fire pit under a clay oven, which presumably goes up to that chimney. It was a good once per year Vintage Story scratch. Yeah, it's... you know what? I like playing the game, so it's nice to revisit it every now and then. Ooh, what is this? Did you harvest this from somewhere? Pretty neat. It's kind of empty. Like, I feel like there should be more stuff down here. What's down in the creepy basement? Oh, you're growing stuff for your garden. It's cornflower and woad to make dyes. You thought I'd appreciate the oak accent? That's pretty presumptuous of you. When have I ever appreciated anything you do? No, looks good. They don't have a lot of craftable furniture. That's true, yeah. Unless you want to chisel it up. Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, I guess that's the rest of the game, right? At this point, all that's left is to chisel. All that's left is the chiseling. Where is the butcher knife? Someone, oh, there it is. I got him. I'm gonna go butcher me up some pig. Hello, pigs. Hello. I am looking for level 2. There we go. There's one. Looking for Gen 2 boars to get. We're doing a little bit of pulling options here. Gen 3, Gen 3, Gen 3. Gen 2 boar. Okay, there we go. Oh, fuck, wrong one. Come and get me. Oh, fuck, he's getting away. I'm never gonna find him again. He's in there. Oh, he's running. Never mind. There we go. Rilip is left because all he heard was there's chiseling. Imagine, yeah, if they all turned on me, that would be a problem. Luckily, they don't tend to do that, so we're good. All right, boar. We need to... Let's check on how many boars we got. I think we have too many, so we'll go ahead and start whacking them. Nice! Okay, I think that's the first time I've ever used the butcher knife in this game. That's rad. Okay, let's see. We got another boar. So lots of boars. We definitely just want to keep one. Yeah. Gonna get some meat. That is also a boar. Sow, boar, I think another boar. Yeah, lots of boars. So yeah, we're just gonna clear it up a little bit. It's been a bit of a thing. And fortunately now we can butcher knife them, so it's less of a concern trying to come through here and whack them and cause trouble. So looks like we got one. There's a boar, there's a boar, there's a boar. They're all like bunched up. Guys, come on, move away a little bit. What is going on here? You guys are crazy. They're trying to get to the food, I think. I think that's how they operate. And we'll come back out later when they're a little bit less obnoxious. Okay, there's the butcher knife back on the thing. I got a bunch of meat and some bones and some fat. We got, oh, do we ever make a still? Guys, I don't think we ever made a still. We should probably do that. Was somebody in charge of that? Okay, we got the meat. Let's see if we can meet this up here. Well, we can definitely do another batch. I guess we have to do it in batches of 32, right? If you do a full stack of salt, you can do half of that in meat. Yeah, there we go. And the rest we can turn into meals. Let's grab some stuff. Pull out the rot. Still technically fresh, but we're never gonna use that. Berry mash can get pulled out. Witch's hat. That is edible. Okay, we'll eat that. No problem. And then we need 6 of something else. Sadly, we don't have anything else. We got peanuts. And by it, I mean, let's just say my peanuts. I think that joke's older than some of you. No, it's not. Come on. There's no, that's pretty recent in the grand scheme of things. I don't know if anybody knows it. But that is a certified meme classic right there. Careful with that one. All right, we're gonna light this up. We're gonna cook some food, and then we're going to chuck this stuff in the rot chest so we can make more Terra Preta for Raven's big special farm. I still don't remember the name of the street in Las Vegas that's covered, and it's starting to bother me. It's just something street. I keep thinking Bourbon Street, but that's obviously not correct because that's in New Orleans, not Las Vegas. But I have no idea what it is. I've been there. Oh, look at this. The bamboo's getting all cold. I guess bamboo does grow where it snows, because I've seen like pandas eating bamboo in the snow. I guess it's not that crazy. Maybe it doesn't grow, but it can at least survive in places where it snows. All right, claystone is around here somewhere. There we go. Okay. So what else is on the docket tonight, guys? Oh, I got some more hides. Raven's working on covering up the the glass, or covering up the road with the glass. There's our terminus teleporter, unfueled, of course. And our chickens, we're down to 2 hens at the moment, so I'm really looking forward to them getting the next batch going. Camera Sandwich had another terrible Monday at work. Yeah, you and me both. I guess mine wasn't that bad, but it feels like it was. I think that's just how I feel like all the time. I think any day where I have to go to work is just like a lost day. Reminds me of when I had to go to school as a kid. But now I look back and I think, man, I wish I could just go back to school. That would be awesome. I'd be the smartest kid in class. Throw me back in 5th grade? Hell yeah, I'm smarter than a 5th grader. I'll prove it. Put me on the show. All right, down to the food. Fortunately, I don't have a like a super physically demanding job like having a sandwich does, because that would be like double trouble for me. Apocalyptic rift activity. Oh no. Say it isn't so. Oh wait, we got curdled milk, boys. We got curdled milk. Okay, hold on. We're gonna make some milk squeezins here. We're gonna make some cheese, if you don't mind. We actually bought cheese from the village when we were over there. The innkeeper was selling cheese wheels. Oh, look at that thing go. Wow. Spinning up a storm. I just need 1 piece of linen, I think. And then I'll grab a stick downstairs. Sticks. No sticks. Also no sticks. Curious. But I will take these gemstones over to the warehouse. Okay. Looks good. Oh, yep, it is definitely apocalyptic out here today. Well, I've messed that up. I'm sure Raven will see it. He'll fix it later. No problem. Okay, gems go up here with, oh, look at this. Conch, dark purple, rose quartz, lapis, a bunch of diamonds that are useless because, I don't know, we can't do anything with them yet. Stick, I need a stick. Right, there we go. That's the whole reason I'm here. Literally the reason I came out here. Oop. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Camera Sandwich, how much of your like probationary time do you have to get through yet? Are you in the clear yet? Are you out of the woods yet? Can you roll a mail truck yet? Asking the real questions. What the people want to know. All right, we got our cheesecloth here, so let's, I don't remember how to do this. Hold on. Cheese making. Okay. Add salt to the curdled milk and seal the barrel. Fuck, I didn't put salt in. Okay, how much salt do we need? Probably just like 1 or 2. Guess we'll find out. Nope. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 5. Will turn into 50 liters of cottage cheese after 20. Oh, okay, 24 hours. That's not too bad. For some reason, I thought it was already cottage cheese, so I was ready to do it there, but we'll go ahead and chuck the stuff for cheese making in there, and we'll come back in 24 hours. Any pies? No pies at the moment. Eat our food that we made. I already had a bowl. No need to grab an extra one. We're all good here. There we go. There's some real food. Some red meat stew with fruit and veggie. Get our bars back up after all those deaths down in the the caves on Friday. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I died 3 times on Friday and 0 times on Saturday. And I think that's where everybody else kind of ended up death-wise overall. It is pregnant. All right, the pigs have dispersed a little bit, but I think, I don't know, let's feed them up. Get them some flax going. Gonna feed them. All right, eat up, pigs. Time for another pig explosion. It's gonna be crazy. So many pigs. Too many, some would say. Okay. It's not crazy until the number of pigs reaches 3 digits. Well, I'm not planning to expand the enclosure, so we're gonna keep it to a reasonable amount, all right? We're gonna keep the density. We're ethically sourced pigs here. They have enough room to mill about in their own filth and eat flaxseed out of a large trough, and I think that's good enough. If it's good enough for me, it's good enough for them, I always say. All right, heading back. Let's see, Raven's here, Hex is here. The pigs were eating good on Saturday. Yeah, you were doing a lot of juicing, huh? So much juicing happened on Saturday. Really didn't have much to do besides listen to us complain about the parkour and juice some of the fruit that we had, some of the berries. Got some more wine sealed too. Ooh, nice. Our nice little farm out on the lake, and then a big windmill tower and all this. It's all right. I mean, it's not the most. There's a bear. All right, we're bearing it up. Let's go. I see him. Get fucked, bear. Check this shit out. Just call me William Bear Tell. Quit. He's doing a serpentine. He knows the oh, there's 2 bears. 2 bears now. All right. Change of plans. Did someone open the door? Okay, no. I could just see him going through the. What the heck? I cannot hit anything. What the hell? Get him go. All right, I finally used up all those stupid things. Let me put on my my armor and go for a little melee fight here. Okay, I thought these would break on impact. What the heck? Maybe only impact with an enemy? My shield out. That'll help. Come back here, you coward. Chase down the bear. Come on. Well, Hex's anti-whatever bunker is better as an anti-bear bunker, I guess. Like the sea bear circle from SpongeBob. Won't, Okay, 2 bear dead then, Raven. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. You're welcome. He done did it. It's a tiger repellent bunker. I haven't seen any tigers, so it must be doing a good job. You make a compelling argument, Mr. Tiger Bunker Salesman. You already butchered it up, Raven? Bring in my, I guess I can put the hides in the back. Whee! The bear kind of sounds like a gorilla. Wouldn't that be hilarious if they used gorilla sounds as the sound for... Raven says, "Here's your arrows." Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're kind of shit, but whatever. They don't. I don't think they don't do any extra damage. So even though you have infinite arrows theoretically when you're fighting the boss, it doesn't really help you out. Put the rare arrows in a museum. No, I was just gonna shoot them all because they're kind of stupid. I guess I can put one in there. If they'll fit in a display case. No. They don't fit in a display case, and I don't think I can't lean them, so I'm not putting them in the thing. I'm gonna shoot them and then they'll be gone forever. Doesn't matter. I assume there's no way to fight the boss again. Which, good. That boss was yeah, I mean, the boss fight itself was okay. It didn't help that I was freezing for like most of it, and that he kept dive bombing people off of the platform, except for me because I had my finger on the time trigger and it did retreat. Yeah, but I don't think it comes back in this season of Vintage Story. It's a cliffhanger to be ready for next season. Next year on Vintage Story Season 3. The Mad Crow returns, but this time the players are ready. Right, okay, oh, so I was talking about Dr. Stone, right? So the premise for Dr. Stone, for those of you who don't know, is some sort of apocalyptic event has occurred that has turned every human on the planet into a stone statue, basically. And then 3,700 years later, through like pure happenstance, a like brilliant high school scientist has been, the statue has been like revived, essentially. So he comes back alive. And he's a brilliant scientist, so he's trying to restart civilization. And so he goes through all the steps. He's like making fire and banging rocks together. And, you know, all that stuff you would do. It's kind of like Vintage Story, actually. So he's working his way up through the Bronze Age to get iron and all that. And then it goes off the rails. I mean, I guess it goes off the rails kind of immediately. Like first you have to accept the premise that the statues are revivable. That's not what happens, Hex. I understand that maybe that would happen in real life, but in this, the statues are, I won't say they're indestructible, but they are tougher than the other rock around them. Yeah, he's doing an any % speedrun of human technological advancement. He's trying to get to the moon, or later. That's the goal later in the series. Is he's trying to get to the moon, and it's fun. From what I saw, I mean, he advances beyond primitive technology pretty quick in the context of the show. Camera Sandwich says it's a fun anime. Yeah, I enjoyed the first 3 episodes, and then I watched the recaps so I could know what the hell was going on. I guess these are not going to be vernalized, huh? That's too bad. Did any of them die at least? None of them died either. That's stupid. Oh, who put a fucking thing over here? It's not even in the right spot. Whatever. I give up with you people. I say, hey, follow the grid, and then people are just like, I'm just gonna put it wherever I want, because fuck you. Rilip says, I never started it, but when they started with the Civil War, I was like, I can, there's not, I mean, I don't want to say there's no ruins, but there are no like buildings from what I saw in the first 3 episodes. Which is surprising because it's only been 3,000 years. You'd think there'd be. I know the cuttings can be moved, but now I have to fill in. I gotta take dirt over there and fill in a bunch of area to make it big enough to fit, and it's not even worth the effort because it's never gonna grow at this rate. So whatever. Not worried about it. I mean, I'm a little worried about it because it means people ignored like the obvious placement again, but probably it's Rilip says it was he. As always. Okay, let's check on the animals again. That's where my real interest lies at this point. There's 1 fertile egg. You guys are really like not getting it, huh? I need you guys to be laying eggs like constantly. This is getting a little silly. How about the pigs? How are the pigs doing? Pigs need more food too. Rilip says, I was trying to follow the grid. You didn't like them close to the walkway, and I can't tell the difference between pears and apples. Okay, well, if you look at the stems, it'll say what they are, first of all. You put it on the correct side. But you see, what happened is there's supposed to be 5 blocks between them, first of all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would go right here. Obviously, that's off of the plane, so you'd have to extend the plane out to here. So instead, you just slapped it over here, which I guess, like I said, it doesn't matter now because it's never going to grow. Because none of these even established themselves for whatever reason. So, Captain Sandwich, how much have you watched of the anime? Have you watched the whole thing? Finally, someone who's watched an anime that I kind of watched, but not really. I watched the first 3 episodes, and then a Crunchyroll said cough up, and I said no, and I just watched some YouTube videos. Yeah, what is there? I mean, we don't need anything. There's not really anything to do. I think we've basically done everything we can do. We'll be making some cheese soon. Let me go see how long that's gonna take. You watched up to the end of season 3? Okay. And then I think it's just season 4 is the last one. It's only been 6 hours. Oh boy. Okay, whatever. Maybe I'll just go run around a little bit. I'll take some food with me. Just go do some running. Just go explore a bit. See what's going on. 2 servings of meat stew. It's not a lot, but it should get the job done until I come back. Alright, off we go. I'm going through the translocators, guys. Yippee! And Rilip says it started with a civil war, and he was like, E? What do you mean it started with a civil war? I mean, it starts with a philosophical disagreement between 2 individuals. I wouldn't say it's a civil war. One guy's like, hey, I think we should try to revive everybody. And the other guy's like, well, I disagree with you, sir. And then they have to fight it out. And then they eventually come to an agreement. And then the science guy is like, I win. I guess you could call it a civil war. There's only like 20 people though. So I guess at that point there's more than that, but still. All right, so let's see what our options are here. It was yeah, I guess it was a civil war in the literal sense, where they were politely disagreeing with one another. The trailers make a big deal out of it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I didn't get that far into actually watching it, so Oh, right, this takes me here. I guess we can explore here a little bit more. I don't remember. I mean, I think we saw everything that was here, but this had Ilmenite, right? Was this the Ilmenite place? Look. There might be more around. It's worth checking out. Trace amounts of lignite, so no, not really. Get a reading from over here. Ugh. You should watch it, Rilip, if you've got Crunchyroll or Netflix or whatever it's on. It's not one of those weird animes that I often recommend. High ilmenite, I mean, high magnetite. So, good chances of finding stuff around here at the very least. Problem is, how does one exit the underground when we've already been trapped here for so long? Oh, there's Borax. Hello, Borax. Go ahead and get a little bit of prospecting. Borax trace amounts. Yeah. Tell me all about it, game. I'm just looking for what's there. Borax, limonite. Ooh, limonite. That's iron. I guess if we need iron, we know where to go. It's always fun to find free iron. This is not anything. This is did I miss a... Oh, I did. What the heck? Where you guys coming from? Oh shit. Oh boy. Oh, there, I hear a saw blade too. I better gear up. I'm gonna fight these guys. How did I miss a spawner? I thought I got them all. Is there really one up there, or is it just... Or is this just a spawning location for Locust for some reason? Oh, jeez. Oh, they're coming. They're coming hard and fast. Okay, let me get my ladders out so we can try to navigate this. This is very silly. I don't see a nest up here. I thought I got them all. Maybe it's over here somewhere. Okay, there's you. Hello. Fuck off. Could it be on the other side of a rock, maybe? Or a stone? Does that happen sometimes? Oh, I cut out the thing. There we go. All right, if you know the answer. Or maybe they just naturally spawn here regardless of if there's a spawner or not. I don't know. What do we got? Large amounts of ilmenite, large amounts of native copper, trace amounts of sphalerite. Well, I guess we're gonna go check this out. There it is. I found the titanium. Oh, I need steel for this. Okay, well, we found it at least, which is what I came here for. Oh, there were ladders here before. How did they get knocked down? That's interesting. Curiouser and curiouser. And my main goal was to try to get up to the surface world, possibly by doing this. Should have brought some real ladders for this. Over to chat. Wait, Hexa, do you watch the show? You're not a weeb, are you? Not that there's anything wrong with that, I mean. I may not be one, but I feel like I'm like a kindred spirit of the weebs. I'm like weeb adjacent because I play a lot of video games. You're not Primitive Technology Show? You've never heard of it? Oh, okay. It's called Dr. Stone. It's an anime based on a manga, as anime often are, or light novels. What's a light novel? I don't know. It's lighter than a heavy novel, I guess. The biggest like thing for me was I didn't realize that the kid was in high school when I started watching, and I was like, wait a minute, now I've already suspended my disbelief, now I gotta suspend it twice. Could have at least made him like a college student or something. Light novel is more or less the same as young adult. Is that what it means? Can we get a Chunky? Can we get a check on this? Wait, you're Chunky. Crap. How old am I? Oh, high schooler, but an anime. Yeah. He's that old. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So this is kind of a bit of a rocky area to be exploring, or a rough area to be exploring. So we'll run around a little bit, check some caves. Light novel means it's soft cover. Obviously. It's not that obvious to me. Is that what it's really is that what it really means? It could be, I don't know. It's like Pulp Fiction. Doesn't really mean anything. Well, I mean, it kind of does. Oh, there's copper here. Neat. Double copper. Okay, let's explore a little bit. So what are we looking at? We've got an island near another island. Probably take my armor off while I'm exploring, and it's got shale rock with some quartz. Let's take a little reading here. Blah, 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 blah. What do we got? Flint and quartz, so nothing exciting. Oh, I thought I saw a bear, but it was just dirt again. That seems to keep happening. Ooh, look at that. Maybe climb to the top of that mountain and check it out. I'll freeze to death, but so be it. It'll be a great view. Should have brought my glider and my night vision mask for that matter. Well, we did not make one actually. I think we're missing one of the parts now because we used it to make the Terminus teleporter. Lead as well, okay. This place is pretty rich in minerals and such. That's exciting. Always fun to find new sources of things. Oh. Gonna freeze. That's okay. I have the material to make a fire, so I'll be all right. Oh. Okay. No way to go up that way, huh? Go over here then. I don't even know what I was jumping off there. Okay. Sure, why not? Light novel means it gives off at least 70 lumens. Are you guys trying to come up with like the worst answer? It's like we're playing one of those party board games. The one I remember was Balderdash. I never played it, but my parents played it. It's a game where you have to give the most convincing wrong definition of a word and try to get people to vote for it. Glacier ice. We're in the shit now, boys. What is that? Is that a sheep? That's a goat. It's one of them there goats. God, I feel like a regular... What do they call people who climb mountains? Oh, just mountaineer. That's kind of boring. Light novel does double damage against dark novels. What's a dark novel then? Maybe I want to read one of those instead. Oh, this is cool. I love this glacial ice thing. Really makes you feel like a mountaineer. All right, I dub thee Mount Starshard. Ooh, there's more mountains down there. That's cool. Anything else exciting to find around here? Probably not. All right, turn around. Dark novel is horror when you don't cheer for the killer. Okay, what's a horror movie where you cheer for the killer as an example? Hammer Sandwich is saying a Sherpa? I'm not a Sherpa. I don't know. I thought that's something like with Alpine in the name. But I don't know what the word would be. Like alpinist. I think it's just mountaineer or like mountain climber. It's pretty straightforward. Alpist? What language does Alp mean mountain in anyway? X is saying you cheer for the killer when the teenagers are taking all the dumb decisions. Do you have any specific examples? Because that's a pretty broad brush. Like, if you don't think that there's a murderer trying to kill you, you could obviously paint any decision as bad. Like, oh, that idiot, they went into the wrong shed. Don't they know the murderer's in there? Like, no, they don't, because they don't know there's a murderer yet. If they do know there's a murderer in the shed and they're like, let's split up and all go into the shed where the murderer keeps his murder weapons, then yeah, okay, all right, that's pretty stupid. An alpinist is a real thing. I knew it was a real thing. See? A climber of high mountains, especially in the Alps. All right, well, the Alps don't exist anymore. The world's been rearranged. Everybody was turned to stone. And in those, 3,000 years, I guess the entire face of the earth was rearranged somehow. You can't explain it. Unexplainable. You'd have to ask Emmy what happens, because I don't watch a lot of horror. But that sounds like something that would happen in a horror movie, right? I only watch horror when Emmy forces me to. Okay, where did I put the entrance here? I seem to have gotten myself lost. So there's the water. Yeah. It's not further up, is it further down? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, there's some extra dirt that I missed. All right, down we go. Sadly, I cannot get my ladders back until I get a real ladder over here, so we'll just have to be patient. And then down and around. There's our exit. Okay, we're good to go. Camera Sandwich says, not just the face of the earth changed. In one of the early episodes, the MC gets lost because he relied on the North Star for navigation, which was no longer due north in the sky after 3,000 years. Is that the same episode where he busts out that crappy sextant? That's like episode 3, so I guess probably not. You think so? Okay, I don't remember. If you're saying one of the recent episodes, it would have to be... Oh, one of the early episodes. Okay, I don't know why I read that as recent. Yeah. I liked when he was like making chemicals and stuff. It was funny. Like, we're gonna need lime. Let's think of all the things we can do with lime, and it reminded me of Vintage Story. I'm like, we need to find lime, guys. And lots of it. And that dude just like gathering up seashells, that reminded me of me every time I say, oh, there's seashells, we can make lime now. and you get like 3 lime or whatever, or 1 lime. It is a shonen anime. Obviously, the protagonist is Mary Sue. All the characters are basically superheroes in how they are able to not only tank damage, but also like be really good at a bunch of specific things. We're gonna need gradings of Mary Sue. I guess if we need to, like, I wouldn't say Mary Sue. I would say for an anime, a shonen anime, he's pretty like in line with what you would expect. Shale. There we go. You're saying he ranks at 7 Mary Sues? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Katamari-sama. She's Isekai MC, I guess. Well, Isekai doesn't necessarily... yeah, that's, you know what? Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Like, a shonen protagonist would have to go through a character arc. Dr. Stone, whatever his name is. I can't even remember his name. It's like Tsuko or Saido or something. He doesn't really have a character arc. He's just like a genius. And his character arc is, I'm the only one who can possibly restart human civilization, so everybody better listen to me. Is he really the protagonist, though? I think his buddy's more the protagonist. Senku, there you go. All right, I was way off. It started with an S. I remember that much, at least. Honestly, I couldn't remember any of the characters' names after only 3 episodes. It would have taken me more. Yeah, it is very isekai coded. You're right, Rilip. Even though it does take place in the future world. But it's so far removed from our modern world that it might as well be, right? Like you said. I bet if I Googled, is Dr. Stone an isekai, you'd get some very heated debates in forums arguing about it. No, isekai specifically means... And then someone will be like, yeah, but the plot structure and the like character development is very much like an isekai and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like if you got sent back in time, would that be considered an isekai? If you get sent forward in time, I don't see why it's different. It's not a parallel Earth hex. It's real Earth. I mean, obviously not real Earth because it's a fictional show, but it is definitely taking place in the real Earth world, and there's other stuff going on. First 2 results: Stone is awesome and should never be considered an isekai, and Dr. Stone is absolutely an isekai. Yep, it's the same thing. I looked up oh, what was the show? We were talking about an anime last night, and I googled it to see if it was an isekai, and there was just like, is definitely an isekai. Could this be considered an isekai? Just not an isekai. Just like the first 3 results. I think the problem is isekai has a very negative connotation associated with it. So people who like shows don't want their show to be classified as an isekai. But I think, like, as far as tropes and stuff go, if, like, you can't just say, oh, no, this is definitely not a comedy. Sure, it's funny, and funny things happen, and there are jokes, but it's not a comedy. Or it's like when they call something a thriller instead of a horror, because, you know, that sounds classier, even though it's basically the same thing. It's like, no, it is not a horror movie. It's an erotic thriller. It's a difference. In our movie, the killer waits for the woman to take her top off before he saws her in half. There's a difference. It's not a horror movie. Alright, I once again, we're at the point where I don't know what the hell we're doing. Rilip says a lot of sweaty nerds get hung up on the literal meaning of the word rather than the idea of a genre. Yeah, that's true. Like, isekai in Japanese literally means other world or in another world. So by that logic, Alice in Wonderland is an isekai, which I guess it is, sure, but you know, you would never accuse Alice in Wonderland of like having the same tropes as, like, I don't know, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Maybe it does. It's been a while since and I've never seen. Tropes were invented yet. Tropes have always been around, Hex. You can't just say that because they didn't like have a website dedicated to pointing them out that they didn't exist. Maybe that we could just talk about this the rest of the night. We got time. We're not doing anything else. It's winter. There's nothing better to do. I guess we could chisel. Who wants to chisel? Not me. No thanks. Alright, let's take a look. See if how long this lasts before it boots me out. We're gonna Google, is Sword Art Online an isekai? Do you, okay, this is from 6 years ago. Do you consider Sword Art Online a isekai? This is a question that comes often. Some people consider the series a isekai. Others don't see it at all, but this is a discussion that happens for years already. The thing that it's pretty much confirmed is that SAO is part and basically the creator and responsible for the popularization of the VRM MMORPG genre. Yes, even before Hack, which came months later of the original SAO web novel in 2002. This person types like you'd expect an anime poster to type. As for isekai itself, with how I interpret, I see that Aincrad, Fairy Dance, and Alicization are isekai, since the characters are closed on that world, while the other arcs don't have it. SAO is pretty unusual isekai in which they go in and out of the game world after the first arc, so it's a bit difficult to put in a category, unlike other works, which just remain in the new world instead. Oh, here's someone is quoting from a definition they found of isekai. Revolving around a normal person from Earth being transported to reborn or trapped in a parallel universe. In what way is this not a isekai? Just because they get out doesn't mean it's not a isekai. Also, even if it's an online video game, they are still trapped and it's a parallel universe. Alicization is also definitely a isekai. Why do they keep saying a isekai? I'm going nuts here. It's pronounced isekai, an isekai. For fuck's sake. It's not that they get out. I guess the nuance is that, well, they never go to another world. I mean, if this tech ever did appear, I doubt we would call it going to another world or something. That said, death feels like an isekai. Oh boy. Yeah, no, we were right. This is definitely getting pretty sweaty. Oh, here we go. Where did people get the idea that for it to be an isekai story, at least okay, this is the smart guy, the characters need to be trapped all the time? Isekai is about the connection between worlds just as much as it is about the other world. Isekai means other world. Sword Art Online is an isekai anime, and the fact that they escape the other world and continue the story in different iterations of other worlds is completely irrelevant. Oh man, this guy's going off. That's the longest post I've ever seen. That's not true. I've seen like stuff that hits the cap. X says, I'm going to take a leave before I get accused of being an isekai. No, you're a isekai. I can't even say it because it's so wrong. To like force myself to say a isekai. Like, doesn't it hurt your mouth to say it like that? Oh, there's not gonna be any more blueberries. Really, it's too cold. All the blueberries are gonna rot. It's fine. We don't need the wine. I mean, we can just seal it up. It doesn't have to be a full batch of wine. Like that's irrelevant. We also have black currant juice. Oh, my milk though. 4 more hours, then I get to make cheese, finally. Cheese, my beloved. Guess how much cheese we're gonna get? 2 whole wheels, I think. Oh. Well, what else you guys want to talk about? talk about the next game we're gonna do? No one has said anything yet. No one's recommending Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Oh, there's Raven. How's it going, buddy? But all you Vintage Story heads, don't worry, the server will be up. We'll definitely pop in at some point and check in on how everybody's doing. One wheel gives one satiety. I don't know how much a wheel gives, because you get 4 pieces out of a wheel. It's like a pie, and I don't know how much it fills up. Not that much, because we bought some from the village. It didn't fill up that much. So I guess we'll find out when I make some in a little bit here. I'm hoping soon. The sooner the better. Now I can't remember what they were talking about, where we were arguing if it was an isekai. Solo leveling, that's what it was. Has anyone seen Solo Leveling? I assume it's another one of those, oh no, I'm trapped in a video game type animes. Your dot hacks, your Sword Art Onlines, your ReZero question mark? Raven has watched all seasons. Okay, would you consider it to be an isekai, Raven? Solo Leveling is another level of sweaty because it's Korean. Oh no. Oh no, we're bringing out the people who, whatever they would call it. What do you call it if it's a Korean anime? It's not anime at that point. It's a Korean animation. That's not a word. That's a word I just invented. Patent pending. Trademark. Star Shard 0. Korean animation. And Raven says it's kind of an isekai. Look, do they go to another world or get trapped in another world? Or are they transported to a parallel world? Do you consider going into a video game world to be considered a form of... I mean, we play Vintage Story. They go through gates? Oh, wait a minute. I thought it involved video games, but now you're telling me they like jump through portals? Sounds exciting. How many seasons are there? Maybe I'll watch that. All right, what do they call Korean anime? What is Korean anime called? Wow, that came up. That's the first. Is called Ani? What? I'm just gonna call it Korean anime. I'm not gonna. Yeah, nope. You can't convince me that I should try to learn how to pronounce that word. Is Sliders a live action isekai? What the fuck is Sliders? It's giving me a recipe for ham and cheese sliders. Slider is an American term for a small sandwich, typically around 2 inches. I'm just kidding. Sliders is an American science fiction and fantasy television series created by Robert K. Weiss and Tracy Torme. It was broadcast for 5 seasons between 1995 and 2000. The series follows a group of travelers as they use a wormhole to slide between parallel universes. So it's like Quantum Leap or Doctor Who. The show's titular characters are a group of people who slide between different Earths in parallel universes via a vortex-like wormhole activated by a handheld timer device. While the slide technology was intended to return them to their home universe, their premature use of the timer to escape a dangerous situation has caused the timer to lose track of the coordinates for their home universe. So it's like Star Trek Voyager. Now they're forced to slide between universes, spending anywhere from minutes to months there, waiting for the timer to count down to the next time they can open a vortex to a new universe, hoping it's their original one. Failing to use the vortex to slide at that point would mean they would be stuck in that universe for nearly 3 decades until they can open the vortex again. While waiting for the timer countdown, the sliders frequently explore the nature of the alternate universe and often become caught up in events of that world. Okay, so yeah, I guess kind of. Isekai. let's see what the what is Sliders? Is the Sliders TV show technically an isekai? Huh. What the hell even constitutes as an isekai? I preferred Sliders myself. It's the same time and the same place, but everything else is different. Maybe there's just no point in having that. It's not really a genre. It's more of a plot, right? Like, yeah, what's there? Because like a Western isn't a genre, it's a setting. But then they use it as like a genre. But you could have a Western horror, you could have a Western action or a Western drama. Just like you wouldn't say New York is a genre of movie, even though there's a lot of movies that are set in New York. Same as film noir. Yeah, there you go. It's just, it describes some part of the movie that's not, maybe genre is just not a helpful term. I feel like it should be. Like if you like this type of movie, you would like this other type of movie that is similar. Urban's a film guy more so than me, and Emmy too, but I don't know. It like whenever I start thinking about these things too hard, it hurts my brain, which is why I sometimes like to do it. So, is Sliders an isekai? Sure, why not? They go to alternate dimensions, things happen, they have their smartphone or whatever they have with them. Is time traveling an isekai? Is Back to the Future an isekai? Is Alice in Wonderland? I think Alice in Wonderland would definitely be considered an isekai. But does that mean anything at all at that point? Like there's lots of stories where people go to other worlds or whatever. If you look at a Greek story where someone goes to the underworld, is that considered an isekai? Or maybe that's going too far at this point. Is Hades an isekai? Because Zagreus travels to the real world. Oh. What do you think, Urban? You're a film man. You think the genres are good where they're at? Is Halloween a horror movie or a thriller? What's the difference? The world may never know. Also, what the hell is film noir? I gotta look this up. Film noir. Meaning black film in French is a stylized genre of film characterized by cynical attitudes, stark lighting, intricate plots, and a pervasive sense of pessimism. Is Casablanca considered film noir? That's Humphrey Bogart, but I think that's him in a different movie. The Maltese Falcon, Double Indemnity, Laura, Out of the Past, and The Big Sleep. Drive is film noir. Nightcrawler is film noir. See, this is why I mix up Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Gosling, because they were in those movies. And guys, I swear I'm looking at the posters. It's the exact same poster for both of them. You can't make this shit up. It's the same poster. They're the same guy on the cover. We need a film noir isekai. Hey, that's not a bad idea, actually. Maybe that would look cool. Like a guy. Okay, now, because this is interesting. Are we talking like a Spider-Verse situation where like a film noir character is sucked into our world? Or is a regular guy sucked into a film noir world a la... I don't even know if there's an example of this. All right, hold on. I gotta show you this. Because... this is, you guys are like, they look nothing alike. How are you stupid? Are you blind? Look at this shit. Drive, Nightcrawler. It's the same guy. What are you talking about? I realize, here, let me zoom in for your viewing pleasure, I guess. They're next to each other. They're walking away from a car. They're holding something in their hand. They're wearing like jackets. They have short hair. I don't know. They just look the same to me. All right. Maybe not exactly the same, but close enough. Like if you showed me those two movies, if you showed me a scene or you showed me a shot, screen grab from one of those movies, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one it is. They're both human. Yeah, they're both human males. How am I supposed to tell them apart? They all look the same to me. All right. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. All right, I gotta switch it back to game duel or it'll fuck up my thing. There we go. Anyway, I mean, maybe if I saw them now, I wouldn't mix them up, but I probably still would, let's be honest. Ryan Gosling was in Barbie. Jake Gyllenhaal was in Spider-Man. One of them. No Way Home, Far From Home, No Way Home, Homecoming. I think I said one of those twice. Spider-Man Homeward Bound. Is that one of them? All right, pigs, eat up. Eat your fucking slop. All right, let's go check on the milk situation. Ooh, wait, which one's in Donnie Darko? Is that Jake Gyllenhaal? Fun fact, he is related to Maggie Gyllenhaal. Finally, celebrities with the same last name that are actually related. I couldn't believe it. Okay, what the fuck do I have to do? Cheese making. Add a piece of linen. Use a piece of linen to remove the cottage cheese from the barrel. Okay, here's the fucking linen. What? Do I gotta crouch? Oh, okay, I gotta crouch. All right, well, whatever. How was I supposed to know that? They're both in that movie as siblings. I did not know that. I've never seen the movie. My German teacher really liked it though and recommended it. Can I pick this up? What the hell? Hello? Open the curd bundle, add 5 salt to the exposed cheese wheel. You can turn it into a waxed raw cheese wheel, which will last longer. Okay, well, I'm not gonna do the first one waxed because we're gonna be eating this shit real quick here. What about the sequel, S. Darko? Is that any good? I'm gonna guess no. It's gonna be one of those things where the first one's really good and the second one is just like cashing in or whatever. Seems to be how these things go. It uses up the stick, huh? All right, well, let me go get a thing of stick. Raven is tracking some halite here near the base. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, that would be like an awesome find. All right, well, if you think you can track it down or if you need my help, let me know. I'm gonna get some sticks. But then I am at your disposal. Get this cheese going. Urban didn't even know it had a sequel. Oh no. It's called S. Darko. I guess don't watch it. I think I never saw the movie, like I said, but I heard about the sequel and how awful it was. Also, I heard the movie actually isn't that good. I don't... Maybe it's one of those things where people are like, oh, I like this movie when I was like 16, but now that I'm an adult, I realize how stupid it is. It's one of those kind of things. All right, I need 5 more salt. Bop, 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 bop. Salty, salty. All right, 2 pieces of cheese ready to cheese. And of course, you can't just pick it up. You gotta eat it. And we only need 1, so that's super nice. All right, let's find that halite if it even exists. The world may never know, but we can at least go look for it. That'll be fun. All right, what are we looking at here? Minuscule amounts of halite, very poor halite, 7.85 per mil. There, 14.6. Whoa, 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 that's pretty good. I got very poor 14.6 per mil up here, so maybe it's underwater a little bit. We got to dig down. All right, I'm grabbing my pick. I'm heading north. We're going out past Rilip's farm. It's not really a farm, it's just really a house. But let's find it. Hello, chickens. We meet again. Fortunately for you, I'm not on a hunting mood right now. Okay, let's see where we got that reading from. 14.6 per mil down here. It's minuscule amounts, 8.53 and then 7.85. So it seems like we want to be going this way. So let me head down. This is not down actually. Never mind. I'll just grab a to grab some more ladders. I'll be right back. Nobody go anywhere while I'm back, or while I'm not here, whatever. Zoom. Whee. Ladders. Okay, I already forgot what I was grabbing as I was going to grab it. Would have been really embarrassing. Okay, there we go. Full stack. That should be enough to get us low enough to start prospecting. The biggest problem is if it's underwater, that's gonna make it really hard to actually like prospect for it. I don't know how deep the ocean bed is, but I assume it's pretty deep once you get out past the shore here. So let's take a look. What's our -4 at the moment? Oh, there's clay over here. Nice. Somebody's been digging it too. Okay, so it's pretty shallow this way. But yeah, it's gonna drop off after a bit. All right, let's find a pit. Need to go a little bit further south, I think. Actually, let me get a reading here first. We'll get some basic readings here and see what it looks like. All right, number 1. Let's do this. So we do 1, and then we do bop, bop. 1, 2, 3, and number 2. One more sample, okay. And then 1, 2, 3. This is how you properly do a prospecting borehole. Short and sweet, easy to do. 27.29. Okay, we're on the right track, guys. Well, I think we're gonna start here then, and we're gonna dig down until we hit the next level of rock, and then we'll start following it. Because if that ain't high enough, I don't know what is. That's a poor alley. That's actually really good. I mean, it's not ideal, but I'll take it over, you know, nothing. Okay, this is interesting. We've hit quartz. Go ahead and pop this one and see what we got. And Emmy is back. All right, Emmy can weigh in on her movie knowledge, I guess. Raven, you want to come up here and check this area out with me? Or are you gonna go dig some more boreholes or whatever? Also, where the hell is the igneous rock? This is just claystone all the way down. What's going on here? There we go. All right, we finally hit andesite. Look around where I'm at. Oh, you are looking. Okay. All right. Yeah, you look there. I'll look over here. So I'm gonna start by going north. And I'm sure eventually I'm gonna hit water, so I'm gonna have to be pretty careful. It's like that salt mine that flooded in Louisiana. All right, so we're gonna get so let's dig all the way first, and then we'll get the readings later. Looks like a underwater borehole. Wait. Underwater, you spelled bore differently than unless you're making a pun. 2, 3, blah. Okay, yeah, we gotta go ways yet. Okay, there you go. You were not making a pun. Like, you found boars underwater? Did you find all the boars I was chasing into the ocean? That's where they all went. They went to the underwater borehole. All right, let's go ahead and grab this. So, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. And that'll tell us if we're going the right direction or if we need to change. So that's 27.71 per mil. That's higher. Okay, we keep going. Just wait, you guys. We're gonna find salt, and it's gonna be glorious. Everyone's gonna be like, how did we have salt right next to the base this whole time and we never thought to look? We're so stupid. Star, you're a genius. We were ever wrong to ever doubt you. We should have listened. I knew this was the best place to settle. All right, that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. Should be good enough for now. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 27.08. Okay, so we need to go back to this hole, and now we're gonna go this way. And I'm just gonna say percent because per mil, I know it is per mil, but percent is more easier for me to say because no one uses per mil unless you're like, oh, what the, something just, the sound just stopped. I must have transitioned to the cave zone. I went from above ground to underground. Very, very abruptly. All right, let's go ahead and grab a reading from here. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. All right. Oh, 30.07 per mil. I guess I am gonna go with per mil. Anyway, like per mil is like if you are a geologist or you work in like water treatment or whatever. Of course, you're probably gonna say parts per million, not per mil. I don't know if 30.07 parts per million is the same thing as per mil. No, because that's per thousand is per mil. Boy, that's weird, isn't it? How did we end up with million being 1,000 thousands? But per mil is per thousand. Can we blame the Greeks? No, not the Greeks. Can we blame the Latin for that one? Blame the Romans. All right, what do we got? We are at 33. Okay, we're crushing it here. Let's keep rolling. I should have brought something to plug this up if it gets nasty, huh? Oh, what do we hit? Lime? Lime. Okay, wait a minute. That's another... Ah, shit. Ah, here it goes. We gotta go deeper now, because that's another... That is a sedimentary rock. We gotta get down to the layer. Yeah, the andesite layer here. Oh, well, free lime for me, I guess. We don't want to get too far away from this because the way that the salt domes work is they spawn at the bottom of the world and they go up to the bottom at least of the igneous layer. So you gotta really watch what you're doing. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay. 37.3 per mil. We are decent halite now. Wow. Okay, we might find it tonight. That would be pretty crazy. Underwater salt dome. Suppose that's not unheard of. That's like the one that flooded in Louisiana. I'm gonna keep referencing that because it's the only salt mine I know of that isn't like that one in Poland or wherever where they have the bone cathedral. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of temporal instability down here. Nothing too crazy, fortunately. This would be a great place to quarry for lime, huh? Maybe. It's a pretty thin layer, so also might not be. Alright, we'll go a little bit more and then we'll hit the old prospecting pick again. 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. Where am I at? Raven wants to know where I'm at. I am west of the, or east of the base, sorry. I'm at 48.38 per mil at this point. Things are getting pretty nuts over here, numbers-wise. You saw my coordinates. Okay. Good deal. Well, that's where we need to be. This seems like where we're gonna find it, right? It keeps getting yellower and yellower, which I appreciate. You'll find the ladder on the last piece of land there before it starts dropping off. All right, let's go a little bit more here. It's a lot of staircasing. I'm just trying to stay on top of the igneous layer, like I said. There's fire clay. There's anthracite down here. Oh shit, yeah. That's almost as good. What the heck? Now we can drive our steam engines. This is great. Okay, well, I'm not gonna dig all this up, but it is cool that it's here. Let's keep digging down. As you were, game, as you were. Did I even get a reading for anthracite? Very poor anthracite, and we found it. Like I said, you don't have to have a high reading to find something. It's totally random whether you hit it or not. I shouldn't say it's totally random. Like, obviously, if there's no shot, there's no shot. But a lot of the time, 1, 2, 3, 1. A lot of the time, 2, 3. Very poor doesn't mean no chance. It's like, so you're, oh, 61.54 per mil. I don't think we're getting there. It just keeps going up and up. This is crazy. At this point, we're gonna have an underwater tunnel going to, well, maybe not. Doesn't really line up. But we're definitely getting somewhere. Might have to go back and get another pickaxe at this point. What is the advantage of anthracite? Like, can it be used in place of black coal? I guess you wouldn't want to because, holy shit, there it is. The halite. We got him, boys. The salt mine is real. And it can hurt you. Because I found it. That's right. Of course, now we have to, you know, make this navigable. Which I did not do a very good job of, admittedly. Alright, come on down. Find the salt. Find that salt, boys. Get in here and let's see how big around this baby goes. Salty, salty. So, Number 1 question, how big is it? Number 2 question, how tall is it? Other question. Oh yeah, my mining bag is like already full. How much salt do we need? The answer is how much you got. Leave it to Star once again, blazing the trail of finding the resources we need. Your boy found the salt, he found the ilmenite, he found the iron, he found the tin, he found the silver, he found the saltpeter. I found it all. I have found everything. I think literally I found all of the ores in the game. All the functional ones. I didn't find uranium, if that's in the game. I don't think it is. It might be. Okay, this goes down. Okay, then it just stops. All right, now we cut across here. Yeah, I'm starting to lose stability though. Oh boy. Salt gets ground up, right? It doesn't get pulverized. I like how I just ran straight into it. Like I was dead on the money. Like I didn't even have to go back. And I switched once at the start and then we were just straight on to the salt. It's great. Everybody's missing this. All you people out there who are like, I can't find salt, I can't find salt. Learn from this. You can find salt if you believe in yourself. Wait, oh, hello. There's a drifter down here. Yeah, I guess I should be wearing my armor for this, huh? Maybe it's time to head out and we'll come back later. It's not going anywhere. The salt's not gonna get up and walk away, neither is the anthracite or the fire clay down here. All right, heading back up. We'll come back later with full belly. And you're bringing crates to hold salt? I was just gonna walk back to base. It's not that far. But if you want to, I guess you can. So you go down the hole and then you walk until you get to the intersection, you take a right, and then it's just straight ahead. And I'll put a little dirt thing here to mark it so you don't get lost. Is it gonna let me out? For fuck's sake. There we go. Little torch there for good measure. Okay, let's head on back. We'll get some food. It's right past the clay pit too. That's kind of funny. There is still clay in that pit. And I think Rilip was walking thousands of blocks away from a translocator to find more clay. Even though there's some like 20 feet away from his house. Where is the hole? Okay, I put a torch out. Just go find it. You can't miss it. I'm gonna throw this salt up into the quern chest, and I guess I'll take the quartz and the anthracite upstairs too. And unload all these rocks, because I'm definitely not gonna need those. So anthracite, I guess, would be good for question mark? We don't even have a spot for it. What the heck? Put it in there for now. All right, salt goes upstairs. So it goes, yeah, it goes into the quern chest, which is right here. And I'll turn on the spinner. It's not what it's called. It's called it's called something, whatever. Clutch thing. Oh, you know what? Another thing, I was talking to my nephew over the weekend, and I asked him about Dream, and he said nobody's better than Dream at Minecraft, and I was like, you know, he cheated, right? And he's like, yeah, but still, nobody's better than him. I don't know. How do you even like respond to that? Like, obviously people are better than him because he had to cheat to like do the thing that he allegedly did. Quartz chunks. Where am I? I'm going the wrong way. Quartz chunks go here. Then we'll take the rock and do that other stuff. So fire clay goes down here. Ladder goes up there. Stone goes in the warehouse. Yeah, except for all the people who beat him, he's the best. That's right. Except for all those people who had better speedrunning times, who didn't have to fake their videos, who didn't have to make a face reveal and then take it back because everybody made fun of him because he looked like the troll face. You know, other than that, I guess he's the best to ever do it. I am taking back my face reveal. You guys didn't appreciate it enough. Boy. Certainly an option. Or I guess it's not really an option. It's the choice, though. Alright, claystone right there. Andesite somewhere else. Right there. Alright, we're perfect. We're locked in. Let's head on back down. So now we have our own local salt deposit to salt all of our meat and make our cheeses and pickle our stuff. And I guess, yeah, I don't know what else you're supposed to do with that exactly. We're in the money, basically. We have all of the resources we could ever need here. Now all that's left to do is chisel our way to a brighter future. Build some nice houses. Completely remodel everything. Build a giant statue in the center of town. Ozymandias style. Rilla says, I just assume he looks like Tom Sturridge, guy who played Dream in Sandman. I don't know what that is, but I don't think that's true. I don't know. Wait, is there a Sandman series or movie? Is this the same Sandman by that guy who got canceled, or is this a different Sandman? That doesn't even know who the hell I'm talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. We're like from different generations, even though he's also a millennial. Why did you dig a big long channel here, Raven? What the heck? Oh, are you getting some prospects? I gotcha. Okay. Understandable. You didn't see the coal? You walked right past it. What do you mean you didn't see the coal? Oh, look, did I hit the side of the salt dome? Maybe I got luckier than I thought. I kind of did, yeah. Although it does seem to be slightly smushed down under this claystone here. Neil Gaiman? Yeah, Neil Gaiman. That's the one. He's the one that got canceled for... I don't actually know exactly what. I assume being a sex pest. That seems to be the trend with these guys. Which I don't get. Like, I may have been a sex pest in high school. It's like, but I grew out of it. And I don't even know if you'd consider that a sex pest or just like a really awkward guy. And I also, it's not really anything that has a definition. Like, what does that even mean? Oh, there's more black coal down here, Raven. Look at that. We hit pay dirt. We're rich. Former nanny? Wait, his former nanny or a nanny that worked for him? Because those are two very different situations in which to find oneself. I hope it was a nanny that worked for him. Okay. All right. That makes more sense. Too much salt. Well, this is fucking massive. What the hell? And this goes down to bedrock, huh? I can't even see the bottom of it. Or the ends of it. It just keeps going. Ah. Well, this is the dream of every Vintage Story player. It's like even more so than Iron is finding the Salt Dome. And we got our very own right here. 20 feet from the house. And because she was a foreign national, turns out it turns into a human trafficking situation. Yikes. You know, you could just not. I don't know. That's my philosophy on these things. You know, pop over to Pornhub. You'll be all right. Well, they take that away. I guess then we're gonna have more problems. Rilip says I could have been exploring by my house the whole time, but no, it's too shit. What? I gotta translate it with the thing. It's too ugly. What the fuck? They're blocking ugly now? Come on, man. I'm an adult. I can see the word ugly. That could have been anything, and that's the word it chose to censor. How embarrassing. Do better, Amazon. Do better. Quit censoring the words. Oh, yeah. I mean, I did see that we had readings of Halite, but like, looking for it never seems like a fun idea until you've got nothing better to do. And then, you know, then it becomes kind of fun. It's fucking manganese? What the hell is manganese for? I really am finding everything. This is crazy. It literally does nothing. It does nothing. Unusable ore. Awesome. Well, when they add, I don't know what manganese is used for in the modern world, but I assume it's used in some kind of industrial process. Maybe like plating for some kind of steel, or maybe it's something you can alloy with something else. You know, copper, nickel, and manganese. What comes after manganese in the periodic table? Does that even matter? I feel like it's the ones that are above and below each other that are the most similar from like an atomic standpoint. Starting to see hear the sounds of insanity. The bell has been rung, it cannot be unrung. Philip says we gotta get you a second monitor. Why do I need a second monitor? What am I gonna do with a second monitor that I can't do with one? Manganese is between iron and chromium. What I need is a periodic table up on my wall here. That would be cool. Then everyone know how smart I am. Finally, the world must know of my genius. So, oh, I need, okay, I see what you're saying, yeah. Have chat up on a monitor so that the tablet's not censoring it. Heaven forbid I see the word ugly. It's not referring to me. Even if it was referring to me, I wouldn't care. I encourage people to come in here and make fun of me. That's part of being a streamer. That's part of why I started doing this. Because I wanted people to come in and give me shit, and then I could give the shit right back. That's what you should do. What you don't do is you're like, hey, I don't come down to the bus station and piss in your face. You know, like when someone heckles a real comedian or whatever. Oh, damn, there's more anthracite. Holy crap. Let's go. And what that tells me is there's even more up above the fire clay too. Well, it's time to start the Industrial Revolution, guys. We got anthracite, and lots of it. Not that piddly amount we grabbed from the Resonance Archives. I know my sanity's in danger, it'll be alright. Sanity is my middle name. Star sanity shard 0. Alright, I think we might have gotten all of it now. I think we done did it. I guess I'll do a quick check here. See if there's anything in the vicinity. Small amounts of sulfur nearby, apparently. So I guess we could look for that too if we need it. Oh boy. Okay, so what do we got? We got salt. We got black coal down here, which like runs through the salt. Then we got manganese. And Rilip didn't say what manganese is for, but he says it's between iron and chromium, so it's like one of those metals that's probably really useful, but not that like a normal person would know about. So that's cool. And then we got all this salt, and it's a pretty sizable amount, and this goes all the way down to the mantle, so it's basically unlimited salt as far as we're concerned. So there you have it, folks. If you want to find salt, simply find the salt. All right, I'm gonna start taking... Oh, he's probably looking for sulfur or whatever. Fire clay, and then I've got some clay stone, which I will put down here. What are you gonna do with sulfur, Raven? Come on, we already got sulfur. Oh, no, wait, you don't use sulfur as a fertilizer. What are you gonna... I guess we could make explosives? Can we blow up salt with the bombs? I guess that would be an option. A lot of options. All right. Philip says manganese is used in steel and aluminum alloys as well as batteries and resistors. I see. Both batteries and resistors. How exciting. Well, the important thing is it doesn't do anything in the game right now, so it's irrelevant, which is cool. It's my favorite thing to be, is irrelevant. Interesting. I'm just gonna bury Raven in there. That's cool. Make sure I grabbed. Nothing dropped down there. Very important for stainless steel. Ah, maybe we can start making stainless steel in the future. I would love to see different like qualities or types of steel in the game. I don't know what the gameplay benefit would be. I just think it would be cool. Maybe like you'd have different types of steel for tools versus armor, or I don't know, like other parts that maybe you had to machine, like you build a lathe. I'm throwing stuff out there, all right? I want to see this game go beyond the steel age. I want to see steam engines. I want to see clock punk. I want to see boilers. Like, we already see all this stuff in the Resonance archives, and I mean, not kind of in the Devastation. When you go back in time, you see all kinds of weird shit going on. Put that stuff in the game, man. Let me build all that. Make it do cool stuff. Let me have my Jonas tech. It's not too much to ask. You've already made the stuff. Now just make it do something. Tobias said, I can't even think. Tobias said the rod is coming back. We gotta be ready. We gotta have all the stuff. We gotta awaken the guardians and all that. Summon the elector counts. There's too much to be done. We need to build eidolons and giant automatons that can fight the rot. Rilip says that's my biggest ask right now, given crafting recipes for the assets already hand created. Yeah, see? They've already made all this shit in the game. Let me make it. sure, I can make a shitty teleporter that takes me to Tobias once a year, but what's the point in that? All right, whatever. It's time to get out of here anyway. All right, so the server is now up as much as you want. So I'm gonna eat my food. Oh, never mind. I guess I'm not. I'll put my food down in case someone else wants to eat it, because the server will now be online 24/7. So if no one's on, nothing happens, but if someone is on, the clock will keep ticking. So please be aware, if you're on the server, that that's going to happen. And it will continue to happen even when you're not online, if someone else is. So thanks everybody for coming out, playing some Vintage Story. This was my last stream of the week. Emmy is streaming tomorrow, but then I am out because I gotta go to bed early on Wednesday night. I guess, yeah, you could log in and sleep and fuck everything up. Sure, whatever. Please be courteous to your fellow denizens of Star Shard City. Don't do that. But that's it. That's it. I'll be back next. Oh geez, it'll be next Wednesday, I guess. So, well, maybe next Monday. We'll see how the schedule lines up. I don't think I'll be done in time for next Monday's stream, but definitely by Wednesday I'll be back. So, a bit of a vacation. I wouldn't call it a vacation though, because it is gonna be marathon gaming for 5 days straight. It's gonna get pretty nuts. Anyway, see you guys then. Show up for Emmy's stream tomorrow, assuming she's streaming. And I will see you guys next week. Enjoy the server. Tell your friends. Bye-bye.